First of all, I want to start off. I'm not a social commentator. I'm not a movie commentator. I watched a movie last night called Magazine Dreams, and it resonated with me for a variety of reasons. Discipline, going after your dreams, socially awkward with people who don't understand while you go into a restaurant and eat how you eat, or you training at 3:30 in the morning, or that's all you can think about in between your job is training. And some of the times you're going after this dream so people will notice you, so you won't be kind of walked by or invisible. Those were all the themes in there. And this guy would do anything to accomplish his dream. He had pictures of his idols up. He called them. He wrote letters to his idol, hundreds of letters, and it begs upon obsessiveness, which I understand, and most people who are extremely driven understand that. But it was also a flip side to that. If you don't have some balance, and that's a relative word, you could drive yourself crazy. You could become super socially awkward. The people that you're talking to can nowhere closely identify with you, and you make them extremely uncomfortable because all you talk about is your dreams. All you talk about is where you want to be and where you see yourself and how you see the person that's in that position right now. And it's obsessive and it's borderline dangerous. Well, in this particular movie, he finally got a call from his idol. We know idols are dangerous. Most people would agree is that you should never meet your idol. I remember Kwesi Mfume, who was the head of the NAACP. Nelson Mandela was his idol. And he finally got to meet his idol one day. And then as he wrote, not my words, his words, he started studying his imperfections. And so he no longer considered him an idol. He almost considered him a weak man. What a fall from grace. In this particular movie, Jonathan, whatever his name was in the movie, meets his idol. And his idol, using his power and influence over this person's mind, messed over him sexually. Sometimes it's metaphorically that your idol uses you or improperly uses their power on you. And a lot of times it's sexual. Now, these are two men, so he abused him sexually. Of course, it sent this young man into a rage, and he started thinking about, unaliving people, including himself. When you take things in context of who we are as human beings, we all want to look up to somebody. I think that's healthy. We all have a person in mind who we want to look up to. I think that's healthy. But when you start putting them on the level of perfection, that's when it becomes unhealthy. And if you so ever meet those persons, you realize that they eat food like you, they drink like you, they excrete fluids just like you, and they have a lot of imperfections just like you. They may have just been gifted in a particular area. So this movie, Magazine Dreams, I think it represents all of us. And just talking from a military perspective, we all want to go to a certain rank. And we see these prominent leaders who have gotten to that status. And when they've gotten to that status, you see them and you honor them and you wish you could be them. All very honorable thinking. But don't put them on a pedestal. Don't put celebrities on a pedestal. Don't put your heroes on the type of pedestal that is unhealthy. Because that's when it becomes dangerous. I just wanted to shed a little light on that to give you a balance of what the movie is, what it represents, and what it means for us as human beings. I always tell the people who adore me, who look up to me, who have me on a type of pedestal like that, I always tell them the only difference between me and you is a decision. While I'm not special in that sense, I made a couple of special decisions regarding my life. That doesn't mean I should be put on a pedestal. Should I be held in high esteem? Most certainly so. We should hold those people who accomplish things in high esteem, but not to the sense where we think that they're not prone to life mistakes and life situations. This movie is indicative of that. I enjoyed it from that perspective. The last perspective that I'll give you is this. Be dedicated, be excellent, but be balanced. Be obsessive, but understand in that obsessiveness, which I am, it could have two consequences: excellence and an inexorbitant amount of craziness. So keep a balance while you can be dedicated to your diet. Don't be afraid to sway from it. While you can be dedicated to your working out, don't be afraid to take a day out. While you can be dedicated to education, don't be afraid to take some time off. Because the line of demarcation from being obsessive, excellent, and crazy is so thin that you can't tell when you cross over. Now, I'm not promoting this movie. I'm not getting any money from it. But as a teacher, I always like to give my take on things that are relevant, that we can gain some knowledge from, that I believe that I can help people from. So I hope this has helped you. If you like to talk about it, I'm always into talking. Inbox me or just comment on here and I'll try to make another video. Hey, have a great day.